This is part 2 of a 4-part series, and the series is for sellers. How to get the highest possible price in the sale of your home. In part 1, we looked at the house, we evaluated what worked about the house, what things didn't work so well, and we also evaluated who is likely to be the buyer of this house, given the house and the location. Okay, in part 2, we're looking at what we need to do to make this house most appealing to a potential buyer. The first thing we did is we hired a competent property inspector to come in and give a thorough inspection of the house, a written report. We took the report, we evaluated anything we need to do to make this house in move-in condition, and we also plan to use this report as part of our disclosure packet so any buyer will know everything about the house, any warts, anything at all. Next, we hired a contractor to come in and to address some of those issues found. For instance, there was one wall in the interior that had some damage from a prior roof leak. Now, the roof had long been repaired, but the owners had never gotten to fixing this, mainly cosmetic, so we had our contractor do that. We had our contractor go through and change out some things that sort of dated the house. Some gold tone fixtures in the bathroom, for instance. We had the contractor go through and to adjust all the hinges in the kitchen cabinets so that they hung really straight. And we also had a few boards out in the deck that needed to be replaced, that sort of thing. We hired a painter contractor to come in and to scrape and paint all of the exterior trim so the house had fabulous curb appeal. We also changed some colors in the interior. We had a stager come in. Now, a stager helped by going through, calling out some of the colors that we were going to change in some walls so that they would have the best appeal and also would work best with the furniture she was planning to bring in. She also helped us to determine the best usages of some rooms. For instance, we had a kitchen that was quite large and there was enough room for an eat-in breakfast area, but there was still more room. Should we feature that as a little cozy reading nook, or should we feature it more as an in-home office? Well, we decided on the office by putting in a desk and a chair, so it suggested usage of this room to a buyer. Never underestimate staging. It not only makes the home look beautiful, but it suggests how to use the rooms to a buyer. And then the thing that we did that was probably the most transforming of anything is we reglazed all of the tile in the kitchen. 2 counters, beigey kind of tile, brown grout, 4 by 4 inches, screamed 80s. We glazed it all in white. Oh, the kitchen is white and beautiful and crisp and fresh. Now, the next part of this series we're going to look at in part 3, so please stay tuned. Remember, 4-part series about how to sell your home to receive the highest possible price.